So many new cars in GTA get added compared to what used to be added in GTA. And on the equal end, loads of cars get forgotten. Here's a list of cars that have been forgotten, but somehow still appeal to me. Hopefully you enjoy. The Rare Riata. You might have seen this recently in my best sounding cars video, and it is a great sounding car indeed. Like most of these cars on this list, it's very odd to look at with the eye. There's not many vehicles with this type of shape, and it's cool that they brought like a TBR in GTA, an unpopular sports car. As you can see, mine, I tried to make it similar to that TBR color. I think it's called Reflex Purple, but I later on went into the Chameleon paints and there's one similar as well. I mean, I think I know why it's forgotten. It's an uncommon sports car, but if you're into your weird, quirky, unique looking cars, this is definitely one of them. The Cognoscenti, it didn't have any limelight to begin with. Even in GTA 4, didn't really have that much limelight. I remember seeing it as a rare spawn in a certain area in GTA 4, and that was so cool getting that vehicle. It made it have a lot of value. And somehow, if you're like a player of GTA 4 or previous GTAs, it sticks with you. That value of that car just sticks with you. But this has been forgotten. No one looks at it as a luxury vehicle pick. They'll look at something more like the Windsor drop. And it's something really I didn't pay much attention to till like 2 years ago, where I just seen the value in this forgotten vehicle just because it was forgotten. The Blackfin, a car that I think has been washed out now, but it had so many cool aspects to this one vehicle. And then now, because of the Corvette D1, which makes a very high resemblance to the Corvette C1, better than the Blackfin did, the Blackfin's now been washed out. And before it was washed out, it was also forgotten by a lot of people. And this is another car that was in my best sounding cars video. It has an amazing sound, which now also a lot of it is shared with the Corvette D1, making the Blackfin a bit not useless. Still has cool features like the original wheels it had. There is less and less use for it now. That's why it's been forgotten. The SC1, I don't even know why people bought this vehicle. When it was first released, cost 1.6 million. I don't understand why the hype was around this vehicle. The already weird looking i8, which is starting to grow on me now, had a version in GTA that looked worse. It looked like a Lego brick version. If they were making a Lego brick i8, this is what it would look like.
But we can't ignore that it's based a lot on the M1. Come on.
And I think because of that reason as well, slowly people started hating this car. And then when a DLC came out, this was the first car they turned to sell vehicle for the DLC. And then it slowly got washed out of people's memory. When they brought the Niobe out, which is better in every single way, and it's an i8 as well, they forgot the SC1 even existed. A lot of the drift cars that used to be drift cars before low grips, before the drift tuning, are starting to get forgotten. The Banshee 900R, okay, legendary vehicle, and it was popular for drifting. It still is, I would say, quite popular. But the Rapid GT wasn't that popular of a drift car, even though it drifted so well. And it slowly just faded out of existence. If you want something more rare, you can get the Exemplar, which is like the 4-door version, which the Exemplar is based on the Rapide, and this is based off the Vantage. But the Rapid GT is such a good vehicle just to be forgotten. And when it was on the website, it cost 132k. The Riata, I'm not even gonna lie. When I seen this car, I forgot the name. And a lot of people, a very, very select few amount of car people, love the Riata. To a lot of people's ears, they haven't heard of the Riata. It's one of those cars you just skim past when it was available on the website, and now it's not available on the website. I would have never knew this got removed, and it only costed 380k. But now I'm thinking, why did I sleep on this vehicle? Like, I'm driving it around, I'm looking at the suspension travel. Okay, it's not the best in every area, but the Riata is a 2-door off-road vehicle that's like a fan-based Bronco by Bronco6g.com, and Rockstar brought that in the game. It was so cool. You can just see by the video that I enjoyed it. I didn't want to overdo this and put in a lot of OG vehicles, but the Entity XF, the Adder, which were OG, the Zentorno came later on, but the Adder, the Zentorno, and the Entity XF were all in this category. But the thing with the Zentorno, it has been upgraded. You have got new liveries in it and options that were never there before. And now bringing out, looking at the vehicle, it's just strange to the eye. There's a lot of cars now in GTA that look so realistic. The Zentorno doesn't look anything like the Sesto Elemento when you compare it with what Rockstar are bringing out now and how they look like their counterpart. The Deviant. The Deviant's a car I've been rocking. I've been rocking this car for a while. literally because no one else does. And I see the cool factor in the AMC Javelin. It's not the most iconic of muscle cars, but the Javelin always was one of those cool cars that I'm pretty sure, from my knowledge, didn't get much hate, but it was always slept on. I don't know, it has so much cool factor, and I know I have to explain this in every video, but I base mine off an overhauling car, a chip boost car, so please don't come at me with the wheel design I've got here, but you can if you want. Still to this day, I don't even see any Javelins in car meets. The rat truck's a funny vehicle. If you want a vehicle that still acts like it's driving on snow and it has bad brakes on top of that, this is your car to drive. It's so funnily ridiculous to drive, and it costs 37,500. And there's loads of different rat vehicles in the game, so people just forget about this one. It's an amazing sounding vehicle. If you want a car that acts so dramatic for the speed it's going, this is your vehicle, the rat truck. I love it. I love the modifications. I love a lot about it. This video isn't even supposed to be about underrated cars, but it seems like all these forgotten cars have something cool about them. Another car that's so unpopular in real life. I think I'm finding a common theme here. A lot of these cars that are forgotten in GTA are also slightly forgotten in real life. They're not the cars that bring to mind straight away. The AMC Pacer, before the Rhapsody, before GTA, I didn't even know what that vehicle was. But because of the Rhapsody, I now know what it is. And the Rhapsody is one of those vehicles that you look at from behind and it looks so alien. It's like, when have I last drove this vehicle? And very few cars from stock come with that little thin tire wall, which this does come with. And you think, why? And it's because the AMC Pacer did come with the little white painted tire wall. It's so cool. And it had little looks of the Mark 1 Golf, but now you've got the Club in GTA. But the Club is stupidly expensive at 1.2 million, but this is 140k.
The bestiest GTS. This is a car on many lists on GTA Online. Unique, underrated, like it's a great car and it's one of a kind. So it's weird that people forget about this. I mean, it's not that fast, but we don't expect it to be. A two-door, surprisingly still on the website, sports car. You can still pick this up for 610k. So many people have forgotten about this car, and I'm sure it's less used, so why is it still on the website? It's a car you can still lower, and I really need to take these Benny wheels off this thing. I used to think that you look like Ferrari wheels, but maybe not anymore. The Virgo Custom. There's not many cars in GTA, especially when you've got Bennies as an option, that I've forgotten, but for some reason the Virgo Custom is. I love this design, I love the simplicity, but you can also make it crazy with all the Bennies options. It's still on the website, so there's no need for it to be forgotten. It's just I think people always skim past it. It's not the first pick. I think it should be. I love my Virgo. Black it out, it's such a gangster car. And then you can have classy lowrider to crazy lowrider, everything in between. I'm surprised people don't have more of these. So the car only costs 165k, and then to Benny's upgrade it, it costs 240k. That's dirt cheap. It's such an easy buy for some people. And then you've got a car like this. Because most of these vehicles have been forgotten, they are most likely not on the website. And yeah, just join our Discord. We have a channel called Car Trading Market, where we literally give each other cars. Not for any benefit. A lot of people do want to trade. Some people are just giving out just to make friends. And some people just give you rare stuff. The transactions take place in LS Car Meet. I have heard of people in here doing it in other methods, but I should not promote that. Thank you so much for watching anyway. Hopefully you did enjoy, and see you guys in the next one.